Hi, I'm Steve Heninger, the old man at Heninger Garrison Davis, and I want to talk today about medical malpractice and lack of communication. Too often people think of medical malpractice as involving surgical errors, not diagnosing something, not treating something at all, but oftentimes it's a communication problem. Let me give you an example. Picture this. A longtime surgical nurse who has been having a fever for several days goes to see an infectious disease doctor, complaining about this unexplained fever. The doctor does some lab tests and also hears a heart murmur, which had never been there before. And these are signs of a possible very serious cardiac condition called infectious endocarditis. That is a fungal infection around the valves of the heart, and if diagnosed early enough, can end up being no problem. Well, the doctor writes in his chart that his plan is to do a test called an echocardiogram, and that is the gold standard for diagnosing this condition. He sends the man home, writes that in the chart, and wants the patient back in 10 days. He comes back in 10 days. He has not had the test. The doctor doesn't even notice that he hasn't had the test, sends him away again. So we go 3 weeks with this fever. He finally goes to another doctor who does the test, and he has endocarditis and ends up having to have both of his heart valves replaced by very expensive and delicate surgery. He's on blood thinner for the rest of his life as a young man, a medical professional, and his medical bills are over $250,000. We tried that case in discovery and depositions for a little over a year and then settled the case. The doctor testified that even though he never ordered the test that had to be ordered, his nurses knew to read his chart, and where it says, my plan is to order this test, that they should have picked up on that and ordered it on their own. Fortunately, the doctor and the clinic employees were named in the suit so that communication could be made the basis for the settlement. Here's a doctor who doesn't even know that the nurses are not just reading his records for fun. They look for his orders. He never issued an order. All he said was, I plan to issue an order, and he expected them to read his mind. In fact, in his deposition, he said, I don't know who I expected to do this. I just thought somebody at the front of the office would pick up on this and do the test. Why didn't you notice it 10 days later when he came in that it hadn't been done? I forgot to look that I had ordered it. So communication is important. If you or your family or friends has any problem in medical care that you want reviewed, we're here for you.